All right, let's get kicked off talking about another letter. So, if you're new here, we are going over the sinkhole, which is an acronym for how you might be feeling during times of trouble or problems or those kinds of things. And so, the idea is that we'll stay there 72 hours or less. So, it's more about learning how to find it in ourselves and recognize when it's happening so that we can get out of that sinkhole. So, today we're going to be talking about happiness. And when we talk about happiness in this manner, we're talking about losing happiness more than we are gaining happiness. And so, what ends up happening when you're in these places of difficult times is that you begin to lose happiness and joy in the things that you regularly find enjoyable. And so, when that happens and you start to lose yourself again, all of those other letters can then compound, right? So, you can start changing who you are because you're not getting fulfillment from the things that you used to get fulfillment from. And so it's really important to kind of take a look at that and decide and recognize it quickly so that you're able to get out. I can think back to I work in healthcare, and so during COVID, one of the things that I remember the most was what I loved no longer brought that fulfillment. And so I started trying to find things to make me happy. I actually started like refurbishing furniture because I just needed anything to kind of take my mind off of what was happening, and just kind of de-stress. And so, oftentimes I'm not a furniture refurbisher, contrary to what I might have believed during that time. And I ended up with a whole bunch of stuff that I had bought off Facebook Marketplace in my garage, which didn't make my husband too happy. But at the end of that, really just taking a minute to stop and think, why does this not fulfill me anymore? What else is going on? Let me reset. Let me figure that out. And so, what we know from the Bible when it talks about happiness is just kind of where it comes from and how to kind of refocus it. And so, I'm going to go to Psalm 16. I'm going to start with verse 7. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel in the night. Also, my heart instructs me. I have set the Lord always before me because he is at my right hand. I shall not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my whole being rejoices. My flesh also dwells secure. For you will not abandon my soul to Sheol or let your Holy One see corruption. You make it known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fulfillment of joy. At your right hand are are pleasures forevermore. And this is just kind of a reminder of how one of the ways that we can kind of focus a little bit. And so I just want to make sure that everybody kind of understands that there's going to be periods of unhappiness. We're going to deal with those things. And again, the idea is that we will recognize it more quickly in ourselves and then make that change to be that better leader or that better person or that better parent or whatever it is that we might be wanting to improve in our lives. So I look forward to another letter tomorrow.